get set up. Should be live. I just printed them out. I can print more. I meant to get on IRL our Facebook marketplace, and people have stacks of buckets for like $2 a piece. Just don't buy 10 of them.
Gotcha. Yeah, Home Depot, I think they're
like $6.
Never go on IRL.
Yeah, see, if you don't, you can get some pretty good discounts, but if, you have to adapt to that.
And drive and go get it, right?
Yeah, most of the time. Some of the sellers are willing to come if they need the money,
Yeah.
Buckets in the water. Slowing down a little bit. Good morning, Elise. Good morning, Mantis. Yeah, there's supposed to be a little weather today, so we decided to stay close. Hopefully, we could fish all the way until noon or so before we get too blown out. Mind us stringing that while I get this one ready? Birchmore, good morning. Let me get my stuff for the bounce ball, and we will get to it. Alright, bounce ball rig. Getting set up. Get this out. Gonna tie. We're gonna put a sliding clip for the weight on the main line. They come in all different ways. These are the ones I have here. Just gonna put this sliding clip or sliding swivel on the main line, and then this is my breakaway weight line. So after that, we're gonna take our Dodger that I just had. Okay. Dodger, I use 80-pound line from about 4 feet long. A lot of the times I'll use just a clip snap swivel so I can take that off and on easily. So behind that sliding swivel or sliding clip, tie on this snap swivel. And then the snap swivel will get snapped onto the swivel at the start of the Dodger mono. Alright. Now real quick from the beginning, we got our main line with the sliding swivel, sliding clip. Then we got the snap swivel clipped onto a swivel to our main, or to our another 80-pound leader that has a snap swivel on the end of that goes to our Dodger. Then behind our Dodger, there's another snap swivel, and on that snap swivel, we're gonna put our stinger. Could use so many different things as a stinger. Behind this one, I'm gonna put the hoochie bill, max wiggle hoochie bill, and we're gonna get this deployed while we set up the rest. Get this fishing. Start off with a 1 pounder.
1 pounder.
I need a haircut. I need to get my hair cut.
$12.
Alright. And then when you deploy these, you always want to be in motion. If you deploy them while stopped or at a drift, they'll likely just tangle up with itself. So you need to be at motion. In some rigs, you want to deploy slower than others. This one is definitely one that likes to be deployed slower than most because of this wiggle bill has a lot of lift in it on its own. So you don't want it to lift up to your main line while it's deploying and get caught. There we go. So just slowly deploy. I like using lever drag reels for stuff like this, so I could hear that it is still deploying and I don't forget about it. Yep, just let it bounce away. We're gonna stagger them all, so one's gonna be far, one's gonna be a little closer than that one, and one's gonna be a little closer than that one, and then the last one's gonna be practically right under the boat. Yep. This method, I like to keep it low drag so I could hopefully hear it. This clicker isn't that loud, as you can see, you know, so this one you kind of have to really listen for. But also always keep an eye on the tips too, because the tips will give away also the sign that we have a bite. Have you ever done or thought of doing not rig videos on YouTube? I don't have time to do anything on YouTube. I've thought about doing it all, Elise, but I can't even edit. I can't even edit what I'm doing on a regular basis. So to sit there and try to make special videos or special edits when I can't even keep up with the recordings I have already is just out of question, unfortunately. I was doing 2 edits a week for a little period, but then I just can't keep up with that. I had an editor working with me, and then he just stopped. So I can't do it on my own, and I can't afford to pay an editor because I don't make money doing this. I actually spend money doing this, and I actually was having a thought about that the last night, and you know, I'm starting a retail business to try to subsidize my stream. That's not how business works. So I'm sooner or later gonna have to figure out the stream. If it's not gonna make money, I'm gonna have to stop doing it. That's just the fact of the matter. I'm gonna have to go down to once a week if I'm lucky, because as you can see down below with those 60 subscribers out of 4,000 followers, it's I don't think people like watching enough, because they can't do $5 a month to say that they do. Only about 60 to 70 people are capable of saying thank you for spending $200 a day every time you broadcast. You know, so I don't know. Been thinking long and hard about it, but definitely starting a retail business just to try to pay for my streams answers my question a lot, or answers the question if this is working out or not, and it sadly isn't. I'd love it to, I want it to, but I now know why all the big saltwater fishing streamers just don't last. People will subscribe to the video gamers that don't have any overhead, but
the fishing streamers that have hundreds of dollars of overhead at every stream can't seem to get enough support to break even, unfortunately. But that's my problem, and I'm trying to solve it. Thanks for the follow. But I'm going on to 3 years of $200 a day, 3 days a week. People have come and gone. Yeah, I think live streaming fishing is just too boring for people to want to commit $5 a month. If it was all action, 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 which just, that's not fishing. That fishing edits are all action, action, action. And that's why I think YouTube fishing does amazing. But the live fishing, I don't know. I think I'm gonna make a end of the year goal. If we can at least get that 300 subscribers on Twitch by the end of the year, I might have to drop down to one stream a week. I could always start a charter, I could always start commercial, but that takes all the fun out of it. Commercial doesn't so much take the fun out of it, as long as I still keep it casual. I need a bead. Bead. Second one is going out. But yeah, I'm also gonna have to cover the YouTube stream. I'm thinking as well, the YouTube stream isn't making me any money, so I need to get those viewers to Twitch.
Oh, like me.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is, a lot of people that do live podcasts and live streams that are big YouTubers, they'll turn on their YouTube live podcast, put a big, like a banner over the picture, and they'll be able to hear what's going on, but they can't see what's going on. But in that banner will say, if you'd like to tune in and watch this live stream, go to twitch.tv/awatermanslife and tune in there, you know. And that will actually help me generate off of those users that are watching on YouTube, because YouTube doesn't pay ad revenue or anything for live streams. I'm 100% streaming on YouTube for 100% free. I'm not making a dime off of the YouTube live streams. So I just gotta play it out right, do some strategic planning and moves, and it should work out. Definitely been weighing on my mind how I could try to break even on this stream, from the stream, not from trying to have to do other things. The answer is probably either doing that banner on YouTube to get my YouTube viewers over to Twitch, or doing member only streams for the YouTube, and then and on Twitch it'd be open, so at least if they come to Twitch they'll have ads they have to watch, or they have to subscribe to avoid the ads. YouTube memberships, I think $6 a month rather than $5 for ad-free on Twitch. What is going on? Stop doing that. There we go. I need to get the clicker fixed on that one. It should sound more like this one. These are practically the same reels. Yeah. I need to get the clicker fixed on this one. Oh, I've tried it, at least. Sponsors aren't paying, our fishing brands aren't paying for sponsorships anymore. They hardly even want to do affiliations anymore. Want to know why? The consumer is so proud of their catch that they advertise for free. They show off their catch on social media and 75% of the time they're you know, showing the lure that they caught it with, or the rod, or the reel, or what, or you know, Shimano not long ago cut off all their sponsorships for fishing. They used to have some of the world's biggest bass fishermen, most known bass fishermen, and they cut them all off. You know, that was the idea coming into fishing doing fishing streams, was not having to worry about making, you know, not having to worry about so much how much I make off of the viewer, but being able to charge the big corporations for ad space and sponsorships and whatnot. But at this rate, I'm at the rate of growth I'm going, I'm another 7 years away from that. And 7 years away, I'm not very optimistic about them about the brands paying people anymore to sponsor, because the consumer does it for free. Yeah, that was the plan. Sadly, I think the ultimate problem is people's attention span. Fishing, a lot of people think the act of fishing itself is already boring. So to watch someone all day, 3 days a week, is only has its appeal for so long. Because people want action, action, action. And fishing just ain't that. If I did one stream a week, I'd be able to edit that one stream a week every week. This 3 days a week is expensive, and I can't keep up with the edits. I can't even get one a week out. Great marks down there. Got a Brian. When it does that. You have Twitch being a young D-base, which is already low patience, and they're likely gamers who, yeah, but that doesn't, then that, you're just helping my argument. You're just proving my point even further. Twitch is the only platform where live streamers could make money. YouTube doesn't pay live streamers. YouTube makes live streamers depend off of the viewer. They don't run ads on the live streams. Because realistically, it's looking like YouTube. I've only been on YouTube for a few months, and it's all live on YouTube for a few months, and it's already starting to get close to the same numbers of viewers as Twitch TV. So you are right about how Twitch viewers just, you know, I've had a lot of viewers that have that were loyal and in here consistently in the beginning that have completely moved on and have not come back since. And I would remember them if they did come back, because that's how consistent they were in here all the time. But they found something else to treat their intention. The problem is also that your fishing streams are expensive. Exactly. Alex Lofer, before his retirement, was able to grind and grow because his fishing streams were pretty cheap to do. Yep, I agree. But I try to do more inexpensive streams, like shore streams, and then I'd get half the viewership. There's a lot to take into account. But sadly, the ultimate thing is, if I were able to get half of my viewers to support it by subscribing on Twitch, this would be cake. I would be able to do that. I'd be able to do this for a living. I'd be able to do it 5 days a week. And all it would take would be the price of a cup of coffee once a month to the person that is entertaining you 3 days a week, every week. 1 cup of coffee per month. If half of you guys did that, I would be able to do this full time. But just don't know. A lot of you would buy someone that would stab you in the back a cup of coffee because you've seen them for the first time in years or months. But someone that brings you happiness and 3 days a week entertainment, I don't know. See my dilemma? All I know is I go back and I look at my first 3 months of streaming, and oh my goodness, my spirit was so high and so thriving and so joyful. And then I watched the last 3 months and it's like, man, what has happened? fishing's gotten better, the content's gotten better, the quality's gotten better. The support has sadly just been the same. I don't mean to sound ungrateful or anything, you know. I'm grateful for you guys viewing and watching and supporting in any way you can. I'm just being realistic about if I'm going to be able to continue this or not. And the rate it's going. I'm extremely grateful for how far I've gotten and all the support I've gotten and I still get. That is for sure. I can't express how grateful I am. I would not be fishing 3 days a week. Especially some of these small brands that have helped me out. Alright, 2-pounder. Wow. Calset, that would be cool if you could do a charter with me. But that too, you know, charters don't do anything. I almost spend just as much on the charter trips to stream as I do on my own boat. On some days I spend more because I understand what service the crew's providing for me, and I tip them out. So I still have all the same streaming expenses, and depending on the day, or depending on what type of fishery I would have done on my boat, I could have spent a lot less on fuel. Because on average, I tip at least $100 on these trips. Minimum $100 on these trips. Because there's a crew of 6 people. Crew of 6 people having to share a tip. Ideally, I'd do 120 a minimum. Because that's 20 a person. For an overnight trip. Tickets are worth $260 percentage wise. Crew members should be making, you know, 10 to 15% of that, maybe 20% of that if they're phenomenal. So it's rough. I'm trying though. Trying to brainstorm, figure out what I could do. I'm wondering if transparency will help. That's why I'm being transparent right now. You never know. Could help, could backfire, you never know. But if I just say, hey, if you guys could support by subscribing, it helps a lot more than you realize. Subscribing on Twitch, I should say. Subscribing on Twitch or becoming a member on YouTube. It's pretty much the same difference. Same thing, just different platforms. You know, I think transparency could be a good thing because I honestly think people want to watch and want this broadcast going. And if they knew all they had to do is do the $5 subscription or membership a month to help keep it going, I think most people would be for it. Maybe transparency will be a good thing. Hard to say. What do you think, John? Think transparency would be good?
Always good.
Yeah, I think letting people know that, hey, this is getting rough on my pocket. You know, $5 a month from half of you would make this stream 100% possible, and 100% would make me break even at the least.
Yeah, it's too bad the entities so much.
Right, yeah, the percentages they take from it and stuff, yeah, it gets outrageous. It's like I'm the one with all the expenses, and you think you're entitled to all your percentage because you have the platform?
Yeah, I called an attorney yesterday to write a letter, $650.
Jeez.
I told him no.
Right?
I mean,
what's the subject, if you don't mind me asking? Because my girlfriend's a barred attorney. Technically, she doesn't practice law, but she is barred, and she can write letters or letterheads and look into it a little bit. So she, is it saying anything unlawful and whatnot? It just depends on the subject and how depth she might have to go into looking into the subject, and sometimes that's why it costs so much to write letters, because they know their specialty. We have done so much research and we spent so much time to know all that stuff that's what she came for.
Wow. I didn't know.
Sometimes if it's just basic stuff like sending something to an HOA or whatnot, you don't need to be spending all that money for something, for stuff like that. But it's a serious subject that maybe might have financials in the subject or something, and it might be worth paying that specialist. Hard to say, John, hard to say. Dad Rabbit, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to A Waterman's Life on Twitch. Appreciate it. My YouTube numbers aren't showing up. If you're ever on YouTube, appreciate you joining. Don't forget to hit that like button. It's free. If you can, and you're willing, hitting that membership helps a lot, as well. As you have heard, the topic of the day so far has been the feasibility of doing these streams. And if you've heard already, it's kind of a pricey venture for what I am getting back. So if you could spare that $5 to $6 to become a member on YouTube or a subscriber on Twitch, I am amazingly grateful.
And this Twitch 200 a day.
Twitch? What do you mean?
To stream.
No, I don't pay those, so that's my production expenses overall. Running my connections, paying for insurance on the boat, paying for fuel on the boat, paying for connectivity at home, paying for electricity to run my computer all day. That's about the average of what I earn. The Twitch and whatnot, they just take a percentage of my revenue that they pay out to me.
Tighten it up a little.
Yeah. Yeah, might have just been a little loose. Heck yeah, I'm gonna go like my stream right now. If you don't like your own stream, who will? Bam! Set the hook on that like button right there. I need to reset my chat app because my YouTube messages aren't showing up. I'm just now seeing everyone chit-chatting on YouTube. Steve, good morning. Charles, good morning. Rid, how's it going? SoCal Fishing, how's it going? Brenda, how's it going? Skunked, how's it going, man? I wish I was doing this instead of heading to work. LOL. Good luck today. Appreciate it, Skunkin'. Chest treasure hunting. Twitch side. No, Twitch is by far the more superior live platform from user interface. As a viewer, I should say, Twitch is by far the more interactive, more stable, more user-friendly platform. It's the original. It's what every other live platform has tried to mimic or imitate. It's the original. They've not followed anyone. People have the other platforms have followed them. And that says a lot. That says a lot. So Twitch is, you know, I've been a viewer for way many more years than I've been a streamer on there. Do you have a commercial license so you can sell your catches? Nope, I do not. Halibut are easy to sell. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. But a commercial license, I'd have to get my boat commercially registered. I have to get myself a fishing license. I'd have to get anyone that consistently fishes with me. I'd have to convince them to get a commercial fishing license, or have to get them a commercial fishing license. You know, there's a lot that goes into commercial fishing that a lot of people don't realize. Like today with John, if we were fishing today, and I had my commercial fishing license, any catches we would catch today, I would not be able to sell. Because John would have to have his commercial fishing license as well. People don't realize that you can't just go commercial fishing and take a recreation fisherman and then go and take that fish that you caught in that day and sell it. It's illegal. Because even if I were the one to catch it, they can't prove that. I had a recreation fisherman on the boat with me. So, there's a lot goes into being able to commercial fish, especially with other people on the boat. It's weird. Harbor, hang in there with the live stream, man. Love stopping by and how the fishing is hard biting. Yeah, I will try. It's just burning a lot of money doing this. Fishing is for food. You keep it all. and save plenty. Yeah, but you don't always catch. And lately, I haven't even had time to eat my own catch. I don't have time to process it and cook it and everything. I've been giving it all away. I don't have time. I'm trying to keep up with live streaming and doing it every other day. I don't have time to do anything. And by the time I'm tired running a boat and fishing all day. The last thing I'm gonna do is go and process and prep and cook it the same night. So I never do. And then it's always the next day I clean it, process it. And then that takes hours and hours and hours. So the last thing I want to do after that is cook for another 2 hours. Like, so.
You need a wife.
Huh?
You need a wife.
Well, even if I didn't, yeah, that, you know, family, wife has their own things going on too. If I, you know, it's. And then that comes down to living together, and it's just, yeah. That would be true if we were still in the 50s. These days, wives work full-time too. I can't expect a wife to work full-time and to run a household. That's just messed up. It's not even messed up, it's just too much. And that's all greed. They wanted to be able to borrow more money from other countries, so they had to tax both the man and the woman to be able to prove that they could pay it back. In a faster manner than just taxing the man. But yeah, it's a rough. Alright. Stinky on there, let's catch us a halibut. That's one thing I do make sure I take the time to process and eat right away is the halibut. That's for sure. I don't share much of the halibut. I eat that. The yellowtail too. But all the bluefin didn't get to keep or eat any of it. Heck yeah. Then go to the store and spend your... And Gonzo, how's it going, Elise? I'm on Discord if you ever want to bounce ideas about monetization or sponsorship ideas. I think there's a chance your local sponsors out there in your area. All the local guys know me. It's so easy to say things, but the reality is that's not how it works anymore. We aren't in the vast world of sponsorships anymore. When Shimano did that to all their sponsorships, they're not cheap, but it's way easier to be discovered on YouTube. Yes and no. Yes and no, but it doesn't matter. I could have 1 million people watching on YouTube, I could literally have 1 million people tuned in live on YouTube right now. And when I get off the stream for the day, I would have made $0. 0 cents. So it might be easier to get the stream to be discovered on YouTube, but what does it do? Nothing. I could have 1 million live viewers from start to end. And if none of them super chat, if none of them become a member, I would make nothing. Lenra818, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. Hey, that reminds me, Twitch Prime. If you guys have Amazon Prime, which a lot of people have Amazon Prime, synchronize it with your YouTube. not YouTube. Synchronize it with your Twitch account, which Twitch is free. So you use the Prime that you pay for, synchronize it with your Twitch account, which is free, and you get 1 subscriber per month to any of your one favorite channel. So that's pretty cool. That helps a lot. Don't let Jeff Bezos keep that 250. Pass it on to me. You don't use it, he keeps it. Krusty McMusty, thank you for the follow. But yeah, there's a lot of ways to contribute to the stream. There's the dono/bit sound little interaction things. There's a little list on my Twitch TV profile that tells you if you donate a certain amount or cheer a certain amount that it will activate a sound, which is kind of cool. There's clicker sounds, there's song bits, there's little TV show sitcom little phrases and bits. Have you ever talked to Rhoda over at Big Fish about seeing if you guys can do some sort of sponsorship? So the owner, at Big Fish, we know of each other. We've talked. He knows what I do. Yeah, I'm sure if I was in his ballpark of wanting to put ad revenue on towards my stream, he probably would. But as you can see, maybe 10 of you are local. And out of the 10 of you, how local to Big Fish are you? So, bait shops, tackle shops, sponsorships just don't really work out. Especially for ones that don't have online websites, like Big Fish. They don't have an online e-commerce site, so how would they benefit off of sponsoring me? And again, that also falls back to how much support I get. How could sponsors expect to get support from my viewers if my viewers won't support me? Like, I don't mean to be so straightforward, but that has a lot to be said.